I've recently found myself more drawn to a compelling narrative within a game and world. This also extends to movies as well, though. Enjoying the questions that I have, and sometimes they don't get answered. Citizen Sleeper is one of the first purely narrative text-based games that I've played. I can't recall another game that is extremely similar to this that I've enjoyed this much. I don't know if it has to do with me getting older or my taste changing over time and becoming more refined, but I remember years ago I tried to play through Disco Elysium, and although I enjoyed it for the most part and I felt that it really was an amazing game, I just never got around to finishing it. It felt like the game was just maybe not for me. Yet here I am in 2025, playing a game that is 90% text-based with some dice rolls and RNG involved, and I couldn't stop myself from seeing it all the way through to the end. As I do with some of these shorter reviews, I won't be going super deep into all the different systems, and I'll keep it mostly to an overview of my thoughts of the game, maybe some graphics and presentation and characters. This will contain spoilers though, so since this game has been out for quite some time, I don't mind doing that. It's also a very short game that's only 5 to 6 hours, so if you're intrigued by it already, go and play it for yourself. This is your final warning before we discuss it any further. Alright, for those of you who don't care about spoilers or have already experienced the game, you start off the game as what's called a sleeper. The characters take some time to explain bit by bit what you are and why you're on the space station. To keep things short, a sleeper is a robot with a human conscience and mind, forced to perform labor by a corporation, but with the mind of a human that is far, far away. You wake up having escaped the slave-like existence that you led before, but without much of a memory of the past or how you got there. On this space station, you begin piecing things together over time, and the environment and the individuals who continue to struggle to achieve something better, they help you out along the way, but they're also trying to help themselves get above the dirt and the rust of this giant space station called the Eye. You spend most of your time getting to know everyone and working with, or sometimes against them, for better or worse. Some people have your best interest or truly want to help you, all living together with cohesion and a semblance of pride, while others want to more or less use you for their own benefit and take everything that you have once your back is turned. It gave me such a super high-tech future cyber vibe, unlike some of the recent games like Cyberpunk, where you have your highs and lows in society, but the Eye itself as a space station seems to only have lows. There's seemingly no way to really move up, and you just continue to struggle with what you have. Your interactions with people are done with a dice roll, which you're given a few at the start of every day, or what this game calls a cycle. Using these dice ranging from 1 through 6 shows your chances of receiving a favorable or less than great outcome. They allow you to progress the story and have conversations with characters. And by using these dice, you can have a negative, neutral, or positive outcome to any situation. But as your energy lowers over each cycle, it also reduces the total number of dice that you have access to, meaning that you can progress less and less over time. You obtain less currency, and so on. You can increase your energy back, of course, by doing different objectives and certain little things here and there, but initially I found this mechanic pretty daunting at the beginning of the game. But after spending about an hour or so in it, I was all in. I loved every moment of trying my luck with a bad roll, or knowing the outcome would be positive by throwing down a 5 or 6 with a good roll. The way you can choose how to react and speak to other people allows you to remain pretty engaged and enthralled by these characters in the story. They almost all interconnect via a currency or access to another zone. I got in the swing of things and never really got to lose all of my energy or have a bad enough dice that something super negative happened. The outcomes that I received were only minor, where most of the time I would just lose some energy or money, but this is how I chose to play. I wanted to play on the safe side of things for the most part. As I slowly worked my way through the Eye, establishing and building up relationships as I came to understand the people and the things around me. Every time I had an opportunity open up, I would jump on it without batting another eye. But I did get to an ending rather quickly. I helped those around me and I enjoyed every second along the way, with the music, the art keeping my attention, to the extremely well-written characters and the dialogue choices. I felt complete as I reached the end of my time with Citizen Sleeper. And my ending that I received with the spoiler starting here was with Lim and Minda. It starts with silence other than just a small bit of background noise that is soft, faint, white noise. But the moment that you make that final decision to board the ship with them, the soft and somber tones begin to overtake you, slowly rising and gaining confidence as you realize this is the end of the terrible life that you've experienced on this station. The poetic nature of the finality that you've sought after. The music rises to match the occasion. You're moving onto a possibly better and brighter future. You helped those along the way, setting them up for success and doing everything you could to better their lives before you left. Did you leave things unfinished? Yeah, you bet I did. But doing everything that I could with the time that I have, it's what this game is about. Managing all of the systems with the time constraints and the cycles, your life force and your energy being managed, along with your income and actions to help others, all in due time. The space station The Eye can be the end of you, or it can be the new beginning of something far greater. It's up to you to decide what to do with the time that you're given and with the time that you have left. Now that's going to be it for this review of Citizen Sleeper. I enjoyed this game way more than I thought I would going into it, and I found myself pretty engrossed in the overall narrative, and the systems just kept pulling me in deeper and deeper as they were giving me more choices and more characters to work around. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you check out the game possibly. It's a great game. I would say honestly buy it at full price. It's worth it. The sequel just came out. I plan on playing through that one at some point down the road. Hopefully it lives up to the same quality as this one. I've heard great things. But if you made it to the end of the video, as always with the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, yada yada. I appreciate you and thank you. And as always, I'll see you next time.